Welcome, everybody, to Pitts Bitters Radio in Rockford, Illinois. Game 2 of this series between the Traverse City Pitts Bitters and the Rockford Rivets. Yesterday, the Pitts Bitters fell 6-2 in a game where they walked 8 opposing batters, committed 4 errors, tying a season high that they set on Tuesday as well. And it was one bad inning that really undid them. Tonight, they'll look to change their ways, play better defense, have better pitching, and get off the losing streak. They've lost back-to-back games, losing to Battle Creek on Tuesday after winning the season opener on Monday. Last road game before they go home for the home opener. And in this final road game, here's how they'll stack up. Very similar starting lineup to what we've seen so far this year. Leading off the catcher, Evan Orzek. Trey Truitt, the right fielder from NC State, will bat second. Camden Traficante, the Stetson shortstop, will bat third. Jake Smallwood, the University of Montevallo product, will bat fourth. He's doing the designated hitting. Alec Atkinson, the center fielder from Yale, batting fifth. Cody Holtink, the second baseman from Michigan, batting sixth. Lucas White from Doane, the first baseman, will bat seventh. Hayden Yachik, the third baseman from Saginaw Valley State, back in the lineup. And as always this season, batting ninth, Brendan Summerhill, the University of Arizona commit. Pitts Bitters will face Ryan Green, a senior from Concordia University, Wisconsin, the same school as his Rockford teammate Johannes Hawkinson, who's the right fielder. Standing in, Orzek ready to go. The first pitch coming from Green. He deals, and the first pitch of tonight's ball game is outside. First pitch right at 6:35 local time, so 7:35 back in the Eastern time zone where Traverse City is located. Second pitch, a curveball spiked low in the dirt in front of home plate, blocked by the catcher Ryan Hampy, who did the catching yesterday as well. It's a very similar defensive orientation as yesterday for the Rivets. The only change in the ball game is the left fielder. Jillian Jimenez played left field yesterday. Today the left fielder is Garrett Sheffield. Everyone else in the same exact spots. 3-0 count opening to Evan Orzek. As Green with 3 straight balls to start the game. Fourth pitch is a fastball right in the zone for strike one. Green, a senior, throws a fastball, curveball, changeup. Went 5-2 with a 4.04 ERA this past spring in his senior year at Concordia University, Wisconsin. 3-1 in the zone, a fastball across the knees to Orzek. Orzek went 2 for 5 in the game yesterday. Was one of 2 Pitts Bitters with multiple hits in the loss. Doing what you want your leadoff man to do, get on base. 3-2 the count, nobody out. The pitch to Orzek is going to just miss the zone off the plate. Orzek will work a leadoff walk. A big first at-bat there as Traverse City could not get walks yesterday, a team that walked double-digit times their first 2 games against Battle Creek. Only 3 walks that they took yesterday. They still have a great walk ratio. And the first batter, Orzek, down to first on the leadoff walk here. Trey Truitt, the third, the right fielder, stands in, ready to go. Had his worst game in the early season yesterday, went 0 for 4, struck out twice. He did reach base twice, once on an error, and he walked once as well. Truitt struck out to end the game yesterday, was one of 6 strikeout victims against the Notre Dame product, Zach Kempe. A huge swing and miss by Truitt on a high fastball. Spun himself around trying to drive that ball somewhere. So runner on first, 1-1 the count to Truitt. A pick over by the pitcher Green, and back in with the dive is Orzek. Ryan Green this past season, his walk to strikeout ratio 23-40. So he had 23 walks, 40 strikeouts, just about 1 walk for every 2 strikeouts. And he already walks 1 here. Another pickoff over to Trent Lawrence, the first baseman. So 1-1 the count after 2 pickoffs. Truitt ready to hit here. And the pitch is taken across the knees for a strike on the inside corner. Truitt with a little roll of the head as if maybe he didn't totally agree with the call, but the call goes to green. Now 1-2 the count. Truitt did strike out twice yesterday, looking to avoid that in his opening at bat here. The 1-2 breaking ball comes inside. So the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2, Orzek off a first, and the pitch, a fastball, and just missing there, a little low. Truitt, a good eye. Loads the count, 3-2. Back-to-back batters to open up the game that have worked the count full. Orzek managed a walk on 3-2. This at bat, the pitch, up the middle. Truitt past the pitcher into center field. Orzek's taking the turn. He's going to third, and he's going to get there. No problem. Center fielder Krittenberger bobbled the throw. So on the single up the middle by Trey Truitt, over to third goes Orzek, and the Pittsburghers in business here. So the Illinois catcher Ryan Hampy given first and third signals on what to do if Truitt decides to take second, whether they'll throw through to second to try to get him or do a fake throw to third, etc. The batter Camden Traficante. Traficante, the sophomore shortstop from Stetson, was 1 for 4 yesterday with a base hit. Base hit came in the 6th inning, and he came around to score afterwards. RBI spot early here. First pitch swing and chopper over the first baseman's head into the outfield. 1 run will score. Truitt will hold up at second. It seemed like he could have got to third, but he chooses not to risk it. Nobody out. 3 straight batters reaching base, back-to-back singles, and the Pittsburghers lead 1-0. So Traficante not wasting any time. First pitch he sees from Ryan Green, hits it hard, chops it high off the infield dirt over the first baseman Lawrence into right field. A run scores. It's 1-0 for the designated hitter now, Jake Smallwood. Trying to continue the rally. First pitch curveball in the dirt. Good block by the catcher Hampy. So the full count walk by Evan Orzek started it. Truitt worked the count full and singled up the middle, and then Traficante singled on the first pitch he saw. 3 batters in, it's 1-0. Traverse City doing much better offensively. Didn't score until the 6th inning yesterday. Wasted no time getting it done here in the first. Nobody out and looking for some more with 2 on. Smallwood takes a pitch on the inside corner. The count to him 1-1. Smallwood, the sophomore from University of Montevallo, was 0 for 3 yesterday, hitless from the left side of the plate. Got one, ripped through the right side. Truitt is going to hold up at third. A strong throw in from right field by Johannes Hawkinson will hold Truitt up. A smoked line drive through the right side by Smallwood. 3 consecutive hits, and the bases are loaded with nobody out in the first inning. Pittsburghers being much more aggressively offensively than they were yesterday. 3 straight hits after the leadoff walk. That one, Traficante had to hold up to make sure he wasn't hit by the line drive and let it get into right field. First pitch to Alec Atkinson, the center fielder from Yale, and he fouls it out of play. Another first pitch swinging. Atkinson, the utility player from Yale, has played every game in center field so far this year. Because of a limited number of position players, more will be coming soon to reinforce the squad. Atkinson grounder to second, could be 2 to second for 1, on to first. It is a double play. A run will score. But with bases loaded, nobody out, the Rivets now are just an out away from only letting up 1 run from this rally of an inning. Easy double play. Atkinson hit it hard on the ground right to the second baseman, Sefcik. And now with 2 outs, runner at third, it would take a base hit to bring in another run. It's 2-0 Traverse City as the hitter Cody Holting swings at a first pitch strike. So leadoff walk, 3 straight hits, and then the double play get the Pittsburghers 2 runs. Holtink yesterday 0 for 3, struck out in every at-bat. So he will try to put a ball in play here. Holtink from Battle Creek, Michigan, played his first game with Traverse City yesterday. Missed the series against his hometown team, the Battle Creek Bombers. Rips one down the line to left, but it's going to go a little bit foul and out of play. Jumped on a breaking ball and got the hands going a little too early. Ripped it down the line, but foul. And now the count 1-2. Holtink needs to be careful. Struck out 3 times yesterday. Had the hat trick. Trying to avoid that to start the game here. So here's the 1-2 pitch from Green. Little quick pitch. And Holtink will foul it off and stay alive. Holtink from Michigan, a freshman. His Wolverine team set to play in an NCAA regional tomorrow, starting on Friday. Playing here in Traverse City. Swing and a miss. A changeup went under the bat of Holtink. He strikes out. So the Pittsbitters load the bases, only managed 2 runs off of it, though. But they do have a lead, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Carson Fischer from Davenport taking the mound for Traverse City on Pittsbitters Radio. Bottom of the first here in Rockford. Pittsbitters out to a quick 2-0 lead after a leadoff walk and then 3 consecutive hits. They take the quick lead. It took them 6 innings to get on the board yesterday. Not today. Very aggressive at the plate, and they're up 2-0. Rockford now trying to answer, and they were quicker scoring runs yesterday. They scored 4 in the third to take the lead, and the Pittsbitters never able to come back. Now, different story today. They're looking to just hold the lead as Carson Fischer, the freshman from Davenport University, throws a first pitch fastball for a strike. Ty Krittenberger, the batter, a redshirt sophomore from Western Kentucky University, was 0 for 3 yesterday, so looking for his first hit in the series. He walked twice and had an RBI. Fischer, the sign, into the windup, deals, and a fastball on the corner called strike 2. Fischer, a great performance in the opening game of the season on Monday in Battle Creek. Had to come into the bottom of the 10th inning in a save situation. As he deals an 0-2, breaking ball, low, gets through the legs of Orzak, but no swing by Krittenberger, 1-2. With runners on third and second in extra innings with 1 out, Carson Fischer dug deep into his bag of tricks and struck out the last 2 batters to end the game and give the Pittsbitters their first win of the season, 8-7 against the Battle Jacks. Fly ball right field. Krittenberg gives it a pretty good ride, threw it back to the track, and he did not make the catch. It's off his glove. So Krittenberger will go from home and triples to lead off the Rockford night. Truitt gave it quite an effort out there, but off of his glove against the wall. That ball, the wind just kept blowing it further and further, and Truitt up against the wall, not able to make the catch. It's a leadoff triple for Ty Krittenberger. Rockford in business to start their offensive night. So Luke Sefcik, the third baseman, the second baseman will bat now, a redshirt freshman from Central Michigan. He was 1 for 4 yesterday with an RBI. Looking for an RBI here in his first at-bat. Ball in the dirt, but blocked by Orzek. Sefcik with that one hit yesterday. He also walked once. Did have a pair of strikeouts, though. Something that Fischer did extremely well in Davenport is limit the walks, get a lot of strikeouts. His ratio, very good, 15 walks to 54 strikeouts, so really peppering the zone. Ball to first base side, past a diving Lucas White, and a run is going to score for the Rivets. They are on the board, so both teams working very fast. The Pittsbitters scored their run on a leadoff walk and a couple hits. The Rivets score their first run on a leadoff triple and a single. It is 2-1 now, the score. Already here on the RBI single from Sefcik. They have the tying run aboard. Nobody out for the designated hitter, Colton Klein. Klein from Carthage College, a senior. Had no hits in the ballgame yesterday, so he'll look for his first hit in this series. A first pitch strike dealt from Fischer in the zone. Fischer appeared in 21 games in the spring for Davenport. Made only one start, though. A typical reliever, and relieved the game on Monday. So this will be only the second start he's made at any level this season. 0-1 pitch is a fastball high, taken above the zone. Klein was hitless 0 for 4 yesterday with a strikeout. Did have one RBI, though. His RBI came on a fielder's choice in the third. Middle infield playing for a double play ball. And might have one up the middle. Past a diving second baseman into center field. The runner Sefcik will go to third. So Rockford in business on back-to-back singles. Runners on first and third, and there's still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Looking like this could be a slugfest here early on. And now the Pittsbitters, who had the bases loaded, nobody out, and only got one run out of it. Sure, they're wishing they would have put up a couple more on the board, because that tying run already at third with nobody out here. 3 straight hits to start, a triple and 2 singles. Matthew Mebin now the hitter. A freshman from South Georgia State College. Was hitless yesterday, 0 for 3, struck out twice. Did have a sacrifice fly in the game, though. First pitch in this at-bat, he will take a fastball in the zone, strike 1. Mebin, the third baseman for the Rivets for the second straight game. Doesn't need a base hit here. A fly ball will do the trick to bring in the tying run. Klein off of first. Fischer deals, and Mebin takes a ball in the dirt. Good block by Orzek. Fischer posted a 4.2 ERA in the spring at Davenport. His first earned run of the season, he's already given up. Mebin, big swing, and fouls it off of his foot. And now they count 1-2. With runners on the corners and nobody out here in the inning, this would be a huge spot for a strikeout. Then Fischer would only need a double play to end the inning. Looking for his first punch out. 1-2. Fischer deals. Mebin hard hit to short. Traficante fields onto second for 1, and the throw a little wide, and it went off the glove of Lucas White. So they will not get a double play, not able to execute it. And runner safe at first. Run scores, and the game is tied at 2 here in the first. Pittsburgh's defense, again, just letting him down, not able to convert. A routine double play. It was hit directly at Traficante, who fielded it on a one-hop and then threw it wide off the glove of Lucas White at first. Cody Holtink, the second baseman, who played third base yesterday, not able to make that throw. So runner on first, one out. Johannes Hawkinson, the batter.
How short pitching staffs are at this point in the season. You don't want your starter to lose that confidence early on and have a short outing. Takes all the pressure off his shoulders, and the offense picked him up here in this half inning.
Up the middle. Traficante field steps on the bag for one, on to first, and there's the double play to get them out of the inning. So Traff did it himself, fielded it, stepped on the bag, and threw to first. That's how you do the double play. Going to the second, we're tied at 2. Both teams' offense is working early on here. We'll go to the second here on Pittsburgh's Radio. On to the second inning here in Rockford. 2-2 the score. Traverse City with 2 runs in their top of the first on a leadoff walk, and then 3 consecutive hits. And speaking of 3 consecutive hits, is how the Rivets started, a triple and 2 singles. They scored their second run on a fielder's choice. So 2-2 in the second. Lucas White, the leadoff hitter for the Pittsburghs, had the best game so far this season for him. After starting 0 for 8 in the Battle Creek series, he went 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and an RBI yesterday. Green, a high curveball, didn't get the release point. They count 2-1 to White. On base 3 times yesterday when you add in the walk he took. A senior from Doane, left-handed hitter, takes one outside just a little off the corner, and 3-1 the count to Lucas White. Traverse City first baseman got himself going yesterday, trying to continue that hot game today as he takes a fastball outside corner for strike 2. The count 3-2. Third batter to see a full count against Ryan Green. Orzek and Truitt to start the first off full count. White the third here, and the full count pitch is swung on and missed. Goes down on strikes to start the second inning. That's back-to-back strikeouts going back to the first, when Green struck out Cody Holtink to end the inning. Strikes out Lucas White here to start the inning. Ryan Green throwing from 2 different arm angles. He'll throw from over the top as well as sidearm, and that one was a sidearm pitch that got White swinging. So one out for Hayden Yachik, the third baseman from Saginaw Valley State. Takes a first pitch curveball across the knees for strike 1. Yachik had the day off yesterday as Cody Holtink started at third. back in the lineup, looking to get going here. Slow start to the year so far. 1 for 9
Well, I'll say right
and
now, based on
4
the
strikeouts.
video I'm taking, so far makes it harder because it almost seems like the second
Did have an RBI hit against Battle Creek on Tuesday, but besides that, he has struggled at the plate as well in the field. A couple errors in that Battle Creek series. Looking to get going here, but he's down 1-2. And the pitch, a sidearm outside, gets away from the catcher. Hampy, but no one on base. No problem. The count to 2-2.
There's two types of pitchers often when you fall behind hitters. There's ones with the confidence and there's ones that
After the leadoff strikeout, Yachik
and the ones that aren't confident.
looking to reach here for the 9-hole hitter Summerhill. The 2-2 is low. A good take by Yachik. Started around the knees and then dipped out of the zone. He takes back-to-back full counts to start the second, just like the first. Difference is that the leadoff hitter Orzik in the first got on base. White struck out. Another full count pitch, sidearm, and Yachik chases out of the zone. Another strikeout. So a total flip of the script from the first inning as Orzik and Truitt, the first two batters of the game, worked a full count and then got on base. In the second, the leadoff hitters, White and Yachik, work full counts but strike out. So Green better in the zone on 3-2. 3 straight strikeouts going back to the first. And here's Brendan Summerhill. First pitch, curveball, and he went after it. Fly to center. Should be routine. And a 1-2-3 inning as it's caught for Ryan Green. So much better inning after giving up 2 in the first. We'll see how Carson Fischer adapts in his second inning of work after giving up 2 himself when we come back on Pit Spitters Radio. Welcome back to Rockford. 2-2 the score. Traverse City put up a couple runs in the first, but went down 1-2-3 in order in the second. A couple strikeouts and a flyout. They had 3 hits in the first, nothing going in the second. So now Carson Fischer, his turn to adjust as he gave up 2 in the bottom of the first to the Rivets on 3 consecutive hits to open the bottom of the inning. Here in the bottom of the second, Carson Fischer, a first pitch fastball high to Ryan Hampy, the catcher. Hampy with 1 hit yesterday, 1 for 3. Takes a fastball, strike on the corner. 1-1 the count to the Illinois redshirt junior. Had an RBI yesterday. Popped one up, and it's going to get out of play into the seats. And Fischer ahead in the count 1-2. Well, after a tough first, Ryan Green adjusted with a couple strikeouts to start the second. Fischer looking for his first strikeout here. He's got 2 strikes on Hampy. Shakes off the first sign. agrees to the second one. And here's the 1-2 from Fischer. Swung on and missed. Blew it right by him. Hampy down on strikes. And Fischer, just like Ryan Green, will start off the second inning with a strikeout. First strikeout of the game for Fischer. Trying to match Ryan Green's 1-2-3 inning after giving up 2 runs. Both pitchers did the exact same thing. 2 runs on 3 hits. The only difference is Fischer did not walk a batter, and Green did. Here's Garrett Sheffield, the left fielder, taking over for Julian Jimenez, who started in left field yesterday. Shows bunt, pulls back, and the pitch is a fastball called for a strike. Sheffield on opening day for Rockford started, went 1 for 6, and struck out 3 times. Another fastball strike in the zone, so 0-2 the count. Not much better in game 2 of the season. Sheffield was 0 for 2, hitless, but did get on base twice, a walk and a hit by pitch. Did strike out, so 4 strikeouts in 2 games for Sheffield. Had a day off yesterday. 0-2, 1 away. The pitch from Fischer is outside, taken for a ball. Sheffield, a junior from Southeastern University, in the 7-hole, looking to get on base here with 1 away. 1-2 from Fischer. Deals, swing and a miss. So Fischer doing everything he can to match Ryan Green. Back-to-back strikeouts to open up the inning. Both pitchers opened up the second inning with 2 strikeouts. Green got White and Yachik swinging. Fischer gets Hampy and Sheffield swinging. Brings in Trent Lawrence, the first baseman, trying to reach base and avoid a 1-2-3 inning. Lawrence went hitless yesterday, 0 for 3, struck out once, walked once. First pitch, tried to check his swing. He went around on it. First base umpire Evan Kerr says he went around, so it's a first pitch strike for Fischer. Controlling the strike zone here. Gets the sign into the windup. Deals. Lawrence swinging and a miss. That one dipping under the bat of Lawrence. Ahead 0-2. And Carson Fischer a strike away from striking out the side in the second. Top of the order coming up for Traverse City in the third. Fischer shakes again. Shakes for a third time. Gets the pitch, and here it comes. Deals, and outside. Ball 1. So Fischer, a couple shakes, trying to get the pitch he wanted to throw, coordinating with Orzek, got it and dealt it outside. Still well ahead in the count, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch again. Fires and low. A good chase pitch by Fischer, but Lawrence doing a good job laying off. Rockford yesterday did a great job of laying off of pitches out of the zone. 2-2 the count even now, with 2 outs. Fischer struck out the first 2, looking for 3. Deals, and will get it, an off-speed pitch. Lawrence chased one low. Fischer strikes out the side. So both pitchers, after giving up 2 in the first, go 1-2-3 in the second. Both have 3 strikeouts. On to the third here on Pit Spitters Radio. Welcome back to Rockford. 2-2 the score. These two starting pitchers matching each other through the first 2 innings. Both pitchers gave up 3 hits and 2 runs in their respective first innings of work. And then both pitchers went 1-2-3 in the second. Both pitchers also with 3 strikeouts. Green had 2 in the second, 1 in the first. And Fischer struck out the side in the second. Traverse City now top of the order up. Evan Orzek will start. He walked to lead off the game and was the first of 4 consecutive Pittsburghers to reach base. The leadoff man, who's done a great job of getting on base so far this season, looking to get it going in the third. Ryan Green deals a first pitch. Ball, spikes one low. Orzek was able to work a full count in his first at-bat to lead off the game and then walked. 1-0 pitch, sidearm delivery. Orzek, little slow chopper to first. Going to be a tough play. Orzek trying to get around the tag. The pitcher, Green, picked it up and put the tag on him, so Orzek out to start the inning. It was rolling towards foul territory. It was about to drop off the lip of the grass towards the line, and Green, instead of risking it staying fair, picked it up, put the tag on him. So 1 away. Here's Trey Truitt. Truitt with a single up the middle in his first at-bat, also in a full count. Pittsburghers were working the count in the first. Singled and came around to score. Tried to check the swing, Truitt did, and the home plate umpire, Bill Yeager, will not even appeal down to third. He says, yes, he did go around. A curveball in the dirt. Truitt couldn't hold up, so the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Getting set for the 1-1 pitch. Here it is, a breaking ball, and that time Truitt laid off, let it go low. So a hitter's count, 2 balls and a strike. Truitt, the redshirt freshman from NC State, was 0 for 4 yesterday, but not again today. Got a hit in his first at-bat and takes one low, so 3-1. Working the count again. Truitt saw 6 pitches in his first at-bat. Here comes the 5th pitch, and a hitter's count 3-1. We'll be looking for that fastball in the zone. Green deals. It does throw a fastball, but misses the zone, and Trey Truitt will go down to first base. On base for his first 2 at-bats. Off to a much better start than yesterday, where he only reached on a walk, struck out twice. Today, a single and a walk to get himself going. Truitt with some speed, so the catcher Ryan Hampy has to be aware of it, as does Green on the mound to try to keep him close. Camden Traficante, the hitter, the Stetson shortstop, who had an RBI single in the first to score Evan Orzek. Off to a great start this season, had a hit yesterday as well. First pitch is low and in on Traficante. Traficante so far this season has been fantastic at the plate, has a hit in every game so far. Doing a great job after hitting just over 200 last year, a little lower of an average. This season getting off to a great start. Takes one inside, so 2-0. He gets himself into a hitter's count here. So 2 balls and no strikes. A disciplined team of Traverse City who does a great job commanding the zone. Works a lot of walks. They had 416 walks last year, 2 off the all-time record. They're on pace to beat that mark by a lot so far this year. 2-0 count. Drew it off of first, won't go. Sidearm pitch in Traficante, big hack at the fastball in the zone. So that's something hitters have to look out for, not only the different pitches from Green, but they have to adjust to the different arm angles that Green throws from as well. He went sidearm on that one for a strike. 2-1, still a hitter's count for Traff. Sidearm again, that one outside. So 3-1 to back-to-back hitters here. Traficante entered the game hitting .364. He's up to much higher average now. After the single in the first, Traff hitting .416 here early in the season. His on-base percentage is over 500. So doing a great job of improving from last season, which is what the Northwoods League is all about. Full count here to Traficante. Drew it off of first with one away. The pitch. Chopped softly to first. And the first baseman, Lawrence, will just step on first, won't take a look at second. We'll get the surefire out. And 2 away in the inning. Truitt does move up to second. So in scoring position, if Jake Smallwood can get a base hit and score him, that in on Traficante, who got on top of it and chopped it softly to first. So Smallwood, the batter, he singled back in the first, ripped one through the right side for a base hit. And a mound visit here with the runner on second, Truitt. Smallwood at the plate. JT Scara, the Rockford manager, out to chat with Ryan Green. So Green got into trouble in the first with the leadoff walk and 3 straight hits, gave up 2 runs. Settled down in the second with a 1-2-3 inning with a couple strikeouts. And now here in the third, in a little bit of trouble again, but not much. A 1-out walk to Trey Truitt. And then on the ground out by Traficante, Truitt moved to second. So there is a runner in scoring position here, a little bit of trouble. But with 2 outs, Smallwood would require a base hit to bring in that go-ahead run. So Smallwood, after singling in the first, was then retired on the next batter. A double play took him out. That scored their second run. The DH, who is splitting time this season so far with Orzek DHing and catching. First pitch in this at-bat, Smallwood takes on the corner for strike 1, a sidearm fastball in the zone. So Green switching between sidearm and over the top. Through the 3-2 pitch to Traficante over the top, starting Smallwood with a sidearm fastball strike. 0-1 the count with Truitt on second. Pitch to Smallwood over the top. Smallwood tried to check his swing. He could not. He went around in the dirt, and it's 0-2. So Smallwood, after getting his first hit of the year in his first at-bat, down 0-2. Trying to keep this inning alive. The 0-2 pitch coming. Sidearm delivery, and it hit Jake Smallwood. And Smallwood now getting bailed out, was down 0-2 after chasing one in the dirt, was looking a little foolish. But Green hits him and puts him down to first base. So the inning will continue. Alec Atkinson, the hitter. Atkinson, the sophomore from Yale, grounded into a double play in the first inning. Hit one sharply right at the second baseman, Luke Stefsick. A run did score on it, though. First pitch here, a breaking ball. Didn't get the release point. It came across at eye level to Atkinson. Atkinson had a base hit yesterday and had an RBI as well on a sac fly. Ripped one down the third baseline for a hit. Robbed of a hit also in the game. Great play by the shortstop. Foul ball. Atkinson got a piece of it, sent it back towards the screen, and it actually kicked off the back wall right back to the pitcher. But Green will get a new ball. Count even at 1-1. Truitt on second, Smallwood on first with 2 outs. A base hit here for Atkinson could give Traverse City the lead. Green trying to strand a couple runners. The 1-1 runners take off. Atkinson on the breaking ball fouls it off the right side. Truitt got a good jump going to third, and it was a good pitch to steal on a breaking ball. But the runners will retreat on the foul ball, and now 1-2 the count. So Ryan Green a strike away from ending this inning, leaving a couple runners aboard. Atkinson with 3 Ks in the game, looking for 4. Here's the pitch to Atkinson. Breaking ball and high across the eyeballs. So Green doing a good job of changing not only arm angles, but how long he takes to deliver the ball. That one a quick leg kick and deliver. So 2-2 the count even. See if Truitt tries to take third here. Getting a good lead. No one holding him on base. He won't go. Sidearm on 2-2. Chop to third. It is a fair ball ruled. The home plate umpire, Bill Yeager, ruled it fair. It looked like it was quite foul. Truitt can't believe it at third. Neither can Reband. But the play is ruled a fair ball and an out. So we'll go to the bottom of the third here, bailed out on the call, and we'll be back on Pitts Bitters Radio. Welcome back to Pitts Bitters Radio from Rockford, Illinois. 2-2 the score. The Pitts Bitters left a couple on base in the third. Ryan Green was able to work out of trouble, and now we're on the bottom half of the third inning. It's the ninth hitter for the Rivets, Jake Bellata, and then the top of the order. Bellata was hitless yesterday, 0 for 2 against Traverse City. First pitch swinging and a foul ball out of play. Bellata did get on base a couple times on a walk and a hit by pitch. 0-1 coming to Bellata from Carson Fischer, who struck out the side in the second. Big bounce back inning after allowing a couple runs in the first, giving up the 2-run lead Traverse City got in their first inning. 1-1 to the Rockford shortstop, and the pitch from Fischer is fouled off to the screen, and Fischer ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
We got pretty good news with Jeff Vince yesterday when talking to him. He says the hamstring's feeling a little bit better. He stretched it out.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Against Kokomo, running down to first base on his first at-bat. He's 1,000 batting average right now. Because his first at-bat.
The 1-2 just a little high to Bellata. So the count will even up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fischer has retired 5 in a row here, looking for 6. The pitch, and got Bellata to chase one low. Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Fischer, all in a row, and 1 away here in the inning. A nice pitch by Fischer, buried one inside. So 4 strikeouts for the Traverse City starter. Has figured it out after allowing a couple runs on 3 hits in the first. Back to the top of the order, though, and this is where the damage started. Ty Krittenberger tripled off of the right field wall, off of Trey Truitt's glove. Deals one a little low, so 2 balls and no strikes to Krittenberger. The 2-0 pitch, and that one will miss the zone as well. So 3-0 to the Rockford center fielder. Fischer just trying to find the zone on 3-0, and he will just throw one right down the middle. 3-1 now the count. A hitter's count for Krittenberger. 3-1 Fischer. Into the windup. Deals Krittenberger, and a fly ball, routine to center. Atkinson will make the grab, and 2 outs here in the third. good composure by Carson Fischer to battle back from 3-0 down, throw a strike to get to 3-1, and then throw a pitch that Krittenberger couldn't really do much with, flew out routinely to center field. 2 outs now in the inning, and Fischer looking for back-to-back 1-2-3 innings, facing Luke Sefcik here, the second baseman. He singled home a run in the first after Krittenberger tripled. He singled him home, a base hit through the right side. A line drive to center field. Atkinson got a good jump, and he'll make the catch. Atkinson doing everything right in center field this year. 1-2-3 inning again for Fischer. We played 3. We're tied at 2. On to the 4th from Rockford on Pitts Bitters Radio. Back in Rockford, top of the 4th inning. 2-2 the score after both pitchers give up 2 in the first. Nothing since. Pittsburgh's got a couple runners on base in the 3rd, but left them stranded. As for the Rivets, down in order in the 2nd and the 3rd, Carson Fischer has calmed down quite well. First pitch of the at-bat, Cody Holtink, the Michigan freshman, way out in front of an off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. Holtink, not the start to the season that he would want. Hitless yesterday with 3 and a strikeout today, so 0 for 4, 4 Ks early on the season. A swing and a miss on another breaking ball, and Holtink down 0-2. So Holtink, a freshman from Michigan, didn't get any playing time in his first year, as is usually the case. So this is a good little bit of college action before going back to Michigan in the fall and trying to get more at-bats in his sophomore year. A breaking ball spiked in front of home plate. Holtink lays off, and 1-2. Holtink did walk once yesterday to get on base. Looking for hit number 1. 1-2 from Ryan Green coming. Sidearm delivery and inside for ball 2. So Holtink went behind 0-2 on a sidearm off speed and then an over-the-top off speed. 2 straight balls, though, so the count evens up, 2-2. Trying to get on base to start the inning. Over the top, fastball. Holtink fouls it off and will stay alive in the count. Holtink joined the team yesterday, and when they were on their way to Rockford from Battle Creek, he is a Battle Creek kid in his hometown. So after leaving Michigan, he joined them on the bus and inserted right into the starting lineup. 2-2 Sidearm pitch from Green, misses outside, and the count will go full. So Holting doing a good job after going down 0-2, has fought off a 2-strike pitch, worked a couple balls, and it's 3-2, a full count. Green on the full count pitch, sidearm to Holtink, and barely able to make contact with that one. Fouls it off the right side. Holtink, I think, was so early on that when he hit that ball on the cap of the bat, and it's moved off to the right side. Another full count pitch coming here. Green, sidearm again. Holtink rips that one hard. Liner to left center field for a base hit. What an at-bat by Cody Holtink. Worked the count full all the way from 0-2. Fought off a couple 2-strike pitches and rips one into the gap for a single. First hit of the season, and that's got to feel good for a guy that started 0-4 with 4 strikeouts. So leading off the inning, Cody Holtink singles. Pittsbitters led off the first with a base runner, did not in the second and third. They did score a run in the first, so that could be the formula. Lucas White rips one hard on a line, but directly at the right fielder, Johannes Hawkinson. That ball was smoked off the bat, but Hawkinson barely had to move to make the catch out there. An unfortunate at-bat for Lucas White. Made hard contact, but a good at-bat result. Hard contact on a line, that's what you want. You keep hitting them like that, they'll find some outfield grass eventually. So one out here for Hayden Yachik, the third baseman who struck out in the second. 1 for 10 to start his Northwoods League season. Struck out swinging in the second. Yachik had the day off yesterday, in the lineup today again. Holtink off of first, the pitch sidearm, and low and outside. A good play by Hampy to keep that one from getting away and letting Holtink go to second. Keeps Holtink put at first base. No intel on the speed of Holtink, not playing games for Michigan in the spring. But not getting a very aggressive lead, so probably not a threat to run. Yachik, chopper to short, could be 2. The play to second will get 1 out, but a good slide by Holtink into second to break up the double play. Sefcik didn't even try to throw to first. So they get the lead runner. A good play by Bellotta. And probably wise of Sefcik not to throw it. Yachik was hustling down the line. It would have been safe anyway, so don't risk a bad throw. So that brings in Brendan Summerhill, a high school senior, recent graduate, going to Arizona in the fall. He flew out to center field on the first pitch he saw from Green in the second. First pitch at this at-bat, he will take outside. 1-0 the count to Summerhill. Summerhill, his brother Colin, joining the team tomorrow for their home opener. So 2 Summerhills will be on the roster very shortly as he takes one on the outside corner for a strike. Summerhill, a fantastic hitter who hit .553 this past season at his high school. Jackie Robinson North Player of the Year in high school. Rips one to short off the glove of Bellotta into left field for a 2-out single. It gets away from the left fielder Sheffield, so Yachik will get to third and Summerhill will get to second. Misplayed and left by Sheffield on the hard hit line drive by Summerhill. And now the Pittsbitters with a little bit cooking here with 2 outs, trying to start a rally. Smoked the other way by Summerhill, a great hitter. As I mentioned, hit .553 as a senior in high school this past spring with a 1,824 slugging percentage. Unreal numbers for the 18-year-old who is going to Arizona, a very good college baseball program who is playing in an NCAA regional. So hit that one hard and through under the glove of the left fielder Sheffield. The E7 puts runners on third and second with 2 outs for the top of the order. Evan Orzek, the hitter, a very good hitter who has himself had an over 500 on base percentage at St. Xavier University. A good leadoff hitter who was 2 for 5 yesterday. Walked to start the first inning today. Grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. First pitch breaking ball to Orzek, taken for strike 1. Was Summerhill at second base. He's got speed, so a base hit by Orzek could bring in 2. With 2 outs, need a base hit to bring in a run. 0-1 pitch here to Orzek. Another breaking ball. That one can't find the zone, so 1-1 they count. Green pitching from the windup with runners on third and second. The 1-1 deals sidearm, and it's low and away to Orzek, missing the zone. So a hitter's count now for the Traverse City catcher. 2 balls and 1 strike. Couple hits in the inning for Traverse City to get runners in scoring position. Looking to break the tie. 2-1 pitch. Orzek, a little floater to left. Playable, and Sheffield will make the catch. So the inning is over. Sheffield, who let one get under his glove to put runners on third and second, makes the routine play. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, tied up at 2 on Pitts Bitters Radio. Bottom of the 4th, and Rockford score knotted up at 2. Traverse City, though, the last 2 innings have left a pair on base, 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. Opposite story for Rockford ever since their 2 runs in the 1st. They've gone down in order as Carson Fischer has settled in nicely, striking out 4 of those 6 batters he's faced in the last 2 innings. So trying to do more of the same here. He'll face 3, 4, 5 in the Rockford lineup. First pitch in the dirt and taken for a ball. The hitter, Colton Klein, the DH, was 0 for 4 yesterday. First at bat here, though, he singled on a hot shot through the right side past Lucas White at first base. 1-0 pitch, swing and a foul tip back to the screen off of the concrete padding. Count will even at 1-1. So both pitchers, after giving up 2 in the 1st, retired the side in order in the second. Since then, though, Green giving up a couple runners each inning. Fischer, no runners after that first. That foul ball smoked into the seats and foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Fischer, no strikeouts in the first inning. Struck out the side in the second and struck out the leadoff man in the third. He's got 4 in the game. Chance for another here on 1 and 2. Colton Klein went 0 for 4 yesterday with a strikeout. Carson Fischer gets the sign into the windup, fires, and low at the feet of Colton Klein. Almost got him, but he's able to avoid it. And the count will even at 2 and 2. Fischer doing a good job commanding the strike zone. His only real trouble in terms of balls was a 3-0 count that he had on Ty Krittenberger, but he battled back to get a fly out. 2 and 2, the pitch coming. Deals and a high fastball. No chase by Klein. Didn't entice him one bit, and the count goes full to 3 and 2. 3 and 2 to the leadoff man, Colton Klein, in the inning. The DH looking to start the inning, get on base, payoff pitch. Deals inside corner, strike 3 called. Carson Fischer with his 5th punch out here early on. The first strikeout he's got, looking 1 away here in the first. A perfect pitch by Carson Fischer froze Klein. Inside corner, a perfect pitch, dotted it on the corner. So 1 out here on the 5th consecutive strikeout by Fischer. It's 9 straight batters retired, 1 full trip through the lineup. Fischer doing a great job commanding the zone after giving up 2 in the first. First pitch to Matthew Mebane is low for a ball. Mebane beat out a double play ball in the first inning. Reached on a fielder's choice. Rips that one down the left field line and foul into the seats. Hard hit line drive that found the seats on the left field line. 1-1 now the count. Mebane with 2 Ks in yesterday's game. Did have an RBI on a sac fly to center field. Hit a hard line drive to center to Atkinson. But no hits in the series. 1-1 pitch is a high fastball. Fischer. Release point not there on that one. 2-1, a hitter's count for Mebane. A hitter's count for a guy that has pop. He hit 8 home runs for South Georgia State College. 2-1 the pitch. Fischer deals, and Mebane, a broken bat. Easy can of corn pop up to the second baseman, Holtzink, and he'll make the easy play for out number 2. So Carson Fischer, after allowing 2 runs in the first inning, has sat down the last 10 batters, has not allowed a base runner 10 in a row, and he's looking for 3 consecutive 1-2-3 innings here. The only person standing between him and that is Johannes Hawkinson. He got to ground into a double play. Traficante fielded it, stepped on second himself, and threw to first to end the first inning. First pitch to Hawkinson in this at-bat is low for ball 1. Hawkinson with a base hit yesterday. An infield single, was able to beat out a grounder to second, scoring a run on the play, so he was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Swings here late on the fastball, and it's fouled out of play. Hawkinson also walked once in the game yesterday. A speedster, so if he gets on base, he's always a threat to steal. Won a ring with Traverse City last year, started the season on a temp contract, and then finished the season in Traverse City. Takes a ball here, 2-1. So after his temporary contract expired early in the season with Traverse City, he came to Rockford and played for the Rivets. And then as the Pittsburghers making a playoff push, he rejoined the team as a lot of players left and won the Northwoods League Championship with Traverse City in St. Cloud, Minnesota against the Rocks. Takes the ball here, 3-1. So Hawkinson used to facing Traverse City. They played a couple times last year and used to playing for Traverse City. 3-1, Fischer, a pop-up on the right side. Lucas White trying to get there, and he will not. Out of his reach in the Pittsburgh bullpen. 1 bounce into the seats, and the count will go full. So Fischer's done a great job after that first of getting hitters 10 straight sat down. Looking for 11 here. 3-2 count. 2 outs. The payoff pitch coming from Carson Fischer to Johannes Hawkinson. He deals and swing and a miss. Fischer, another K, 2 here in the 4th. He's got 6 in the ball game, and he's sat down 11 batters in a row. On to the 5th here in a tied game on Pittsburgh Radio. Top of the 5th inning here from Rockford. 2-2 the score. Both of those teams getting their runs in the 1st inning. Nothing since then, and they've taken 2 different routes for the last 3 scoreless. Ryan Green, after retiring the side in order in the 2nd, gave up 2 base runners in the 3rd and the 4th, but has not allowed another run. On the other hand, Carson Fischer has retired 11 straight after giving up 2 in the 1st. 3 up, 3 down in the last 3 innings with 6 strikeouts. Trey Truitt, the leadoff batter in the 5th, has been on base both times, a single in the 1st and a run scored, and walked in the 3rd. So he'll look to get on base to start the inning, try and get Traverse City the go-ahead run. Takes one low, good eye by Truitt. He took a breaking ball for a strike to start, and then a couple balls low, commanding the zone, trying to get a pitch he can hit hard somewhere. The 2-1, breaking ball. Truitt thought about going after it, checked his swing, and it's a strike on the outside corner. So he held up, but it's a called strike anyway, and now 2-2, the count is evened up on Trey Truitt. The pitch, breaking ball and high across the eyeballs of Trey Truitt. Release point not there by Ryan Green, and the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of full counts here for Ryan Green, and another payoff pitch. Truitt swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Not able to make contact. I think he foul tipped it. He looked back to make sure the catcher caught it, and 1 out in the inning. The first strikeout for Ryan Green since the 2nd. Pittsburghers have done a good job of taking a lot of pitches. Ryan Green already at 82 pitches through 4 1/3, working a lot of counts. And here's Cayman Traficante, the shortstop, who's 1 for 2, singled in the 1st. First pitch breaking ball in for a strike. Ryan Green is throwing the curveball for strikes, but he is hanging a lot of pitches over the plate. And if one of these Pittsburghers can recognize it and put a good swing on it, they can hit it hard somewhere and potentially drive one over the wall. Spikes one in the dirt. It's 1-1. Traff looking to continue the trend of getting multiple runners on base here against Ryan Green. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Drop down below the knees. He chased it out of the zone, and it's 1-2.
Talk about Camden Trafficante's offensive resurgence in the spring. It really started at the end of the Northwoods League campaign. It was
So here we go, 1-2 to Traff.
because of how hot he ended the
Fires, breaking ball, hit on the ground, routine to second base. Play will be made by Sefcik, and on to first for the out. Two straight retired to start the inning. So after Traverse City put on multiple runners in the first, loaded the bases, they put 2 runners on in the third, 2 more in the fourth. They're down in order so far here in the fifth. 2 up, 2 down. Here's the DH, Jake Smallwood. Smallwood singled in the first and then was hit by a pitch his last at-bat. First pitch swinging hard, but right on the ground to the first baseman, Trent Lawrence. He'll step on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bounce back inning for Ryan Green. No runners allowed. To the bottom of the fifth we go now on Pit Spitters Radio. Bottom of the fifth inning here in Rockford. We've played 4.5. We're halfway through a 9-inning ball game. Pit Spitters went down in order in the fifth. Leading off Ryan Hampy here in the inning. Hampy struck out, swinging to lead off the second. He started a string of consecutive batters set down in order. The second, third, and fourth innings, Carson Fischer is not allowed a base runner. He's calmed down excellently after the first inning. So facing Hampy here, first pitch swinging on the ground to first. Lucas White will field, and he'll step on the bag for one quick out. Fischer continuing the streak. He gave up 3 hits to start the ball game, a triple and 2 singles. After that, Mebit grounded into a fielder's choice, Hawkinson into a double play, and every batter since then has been retired. So he's not allowed a base runner since the first inning with 1 out. It's 12 consecutive sat down by Fischer, and now is Garrett Sheffield, the left fielder. Had the day off yesterday, back in the lineup today relieving Julian Jimenez. Action in the Rockford bullpen because 87 pitches for Ryan Green through 5. Sheffield rips one to third, dive, and it's past Hayden Yachik. So the first hit for the Rivets since the first inning, first base runner since the first inning. First hit also for Garrett Sheffield since opening day. He went just 1 for 6 on opening day and was hitless in game 2. Struck out his first at-bat today. So after going 1 for 9 to open the year with 4 strikeouts, he gets a single there past the diving third baseman Yachik. So runner on first with 1 out. Now Carson Fischer, who had been rolling since the first, will work with a runner on base for the first time in 12 batters. Bottom of the order here for the Rivets, Trent Lawrence and then Jake Bellotta, the last 2 hitters. Lawrence struck out swinging in his first at-bat, part of that second inning where Carson Fischer struck out the side. First pitch outside to Trent Lawrence. Lawrence, the first baseman for Rockford, was 0 for 3 yesterday with a K. Struck out once today, too, so in the series at least, he's 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts. Did walk once yesterday to get on base. Nothing so far tonight.
We had time there. Sheffield was dusting off the dirt near first base.
So 1 out, 1 on after the Sheffield single. And Lawrence at the plate. Fischer from the stretch giving Sheffield a look over there at first. The 1-0 pitch. Sheffield getting a good lead. Won't go. And a fastball. 1-1 the count. Fischer, who only made one start in the spring for Davenport, doing a marvelous job so far here through 4 1/3 in his first start in the Northwoods League. 1-1 pitch is fouled towards the Traverse City dugout off the screen over there. Bench coach Todd Reed will come on the dugout and grab it. And the count 1-2 here. Fischer with 6 strikeouts here in the game. He struck out 4 straight in between the second and third innings, and then struck out 2 last inning in the fourth. Looking for his 7th here. 1-2 the count to Lawrence. Fischer a pickoff over. Oh, very close. The first base umpire, Evan Kerr, was getting ready to call Sheffield out on the pickoff, but White couldn't handle the throw off the glove, and safe at first is Sheffield. Kerr was getting ready to put up the fist for the out call, but White dropped the ball. So Sheffield another chance over there at first base on the 1-2 count. He takes off. The pitch is a ball. Throw down to second. Very close play, but in there safely is Sheffield. So with the second opportunity, as Lucas White couldn't squeeze the pickoff play, Sheffield steals second and is in scoring position with 1 away. A good pickoff by Fischer, and White just couldn't squeeze it, so Sheffield was ruled safe and then stole second on the very next pitch, made him pay. And now in a 2-2 count, Lawrence on a base hit can give the Rivets the lead. Count even at 2-2 with 1 out. Last pitch was outside to Lawrence. Big pitch coming here. The runner on second. Fischer getting the sign. He has it, and he gets set. And the 2-2. Lawrence chopped to second. Holtink will make the play. Throw to first, and he airmails it. Actually, Lucas White, a great play, leaping, able to save it from going to the wall. An error committed there by Holtink. That throw nowhere close. Almost sailed it over Lucas White's head. So another error committed by the Pittsburgh defense. They are last in the league in terms of fielding percentage. They've committed so far this season 3 errors in game 1, 4 errors in games 2 and 3. So 8 total in the last 2 games. And then here tonight, that's their 2nd error already. Another defensive mistake. Instead of runner on third, 2 outs, there's runners on the corners with 1 out, and now Jake Bellata can give the team the lead, not even needing a hit. He can get a sac fly or a ground ball. Shows bunt, and he pulls back. It's a ball high. Bellata looked like he was trying to squeeze play there. If he got the bunt down, Sheffield could come in from third to score. Traverse City's going to need a ground ball here to turn 2 and get out of the inning. Bellata shows bunt again, got it down. Fischer will not come home, and no one's covering first. A defensive mistake by Cody Holtink, the second baseman, whose responsibility on the bunt play is to cover first, did not get over there, and everybody is safe. So in the scorebook, it won't go down as an error, but it was a huge mistake there by Holtink, just a mental error, as he didn't cover the base. Thankfully, Fischer recognized no one was at first and didn't just blindly toss it over there. And now the top of the order up for Rockford with only 1 away.
Top of the order now with Ty Crittenberg. Strange plays here from Traverse City.
First and second, 1 out. Top of the order, Ty Crittenberger, the batter. He tripled back in the first and scored flew out in the third. So he is
Coming into the game, that's the
1 for 2.
Northwoods lead through the first 3 days of the season.
And even so, some of these plays aren't going to be scored as errors. We have to sacrifice fielder's choice from Mulata, but it's another one of those small miscues in the field that you can't have, and we're not used to seeing Traverse City of all teams.
1-0 to the redshirt sophomore from Western Kentucky. Fischer deals, and it's a strike on the corner.
Right now, fires in a strike. It's unfortunate for
Fischer, who retired 12 in a row,
throughout this entire order, and now
gave up a single to Sheffield past a diving third baseman, and then an error by the second baseman, Holtink, and then that single by Bellata, which was a bunt right back to Fischer, and he would have had Bellata at first, but no one was covering.
Rivets able to take the lead.
So the inning could have been over if the error wasn't committed and Bellata had been out. He would have been having to swing with 2 outs. Instead, it's been continuing here. The run is across. It's a 2-1 count with 2 on and 1 away to the leadoff hitter. Fischer set, fires on 2-1, and it's ripped into the right center field gap. 1 run's going to score, and it looks like 2 runs are going to score as Bellata's hustling around. Flying to third is Krittenberger, and he'll be in there easily with a 2 RBI triple. It's his second triple here in the ball game.
Rivets lead 5-2.
That's the Ty Krittenberger we saw on opening day.
So everything so far in this inning can almost be attributed to some mental mistakes by the Pittsbitters. With 1 out in the inning, Cody Holtink committed an error, threw way high to first on a routine grounder. Continuing the inning, would have been 2 outs. Instead, there was only 1 away, and then the very next batter, Jake Bellata, put down a bunt, and Holtink did not cover first, so he was safe. So Fischer, who had been pitching marvelously, is in big trouble, has already given up 3 runs in the inning because of these mistakes. And now another runner on third with only 1 out. The hitter is Luke Sefcik. Sefcik 1 for 2, singled in the first. And first pitch swinging, fouls it straight back. It's going to go out of play.
Blown open, but it's still early. This is a chance.
5-2 the score. 3 runs in the inning for the Rivets. Another runner over at third with only 1 out. So a sac fly or a ground ball can bring him home. 0-1 pitch to Sefcik, and he'll take for a strike. So a fastball in the zone, no balls and 2 strikes. Be a huge spot for a strikeout here for Fischer. He has 6 in the game. 3 hits in the inning, though, for the Rivets. Fischer set for 0-2, fires. It's flown to right. Let's see if the runner, Krittenberger, tests the arm of Truitt. Catch is made. Here comes the runner, and the throw pretty strong, but a little up the line, and the runner will score on the sacrifice fly by Sefcik. So maybe if Holtink made that play, didn't commit the error, there would have been 2 outs. Maybe they still would have scored 3 runs. Maybe Jake Bellata, who wouldn't have been bunting, would have been swinging, would have still got on base, and Rivets still would have scored 3 runs, but they definitely wouldn't have scored a 4th run there on the sac fly. So we'll see how much these mistakes and errors will cost the Pittsbitters down the line. Too early to tell. Still a lot of ball to be played, but it's a 4-run lead for Rockford, 6-2, the same score that they won by last night. First pitch swinging, it's ripped to left center field gap, and that ball is going to drop in for another base hit. Colton Klein hustling will get into second base with a 2-out double. That is the 4th Rockford hit in the inning. You pair that with a couple errors by the Pittsbitters, and they are cruising here in the bottom of the 5th. Shame for Carson Fischer, who had been pitching so well up until this point. After that first inning, put 12 in a row down, but here in the 5th, the Rivets have just gotten to him, and that's going to bring on a mound visit for Traverse City. pitching coach Tucker Waddups out of the dugout to chat with his pitcher. Several hard hit balls here in the inning. 4 hits across. It started with a single from Garrett Sheffield with 1 out. And then Trent Lawrence reached on that error committed by Holtink. Actually, right before that, a pickoff attempt at first got Sheffield out, but Lucas White didn't hold on to the ball, so instead he was ruled safe, stole second, and then scored on, or went to third on the Trent Lawrence error. Grounded it to second. Holting threw it high. So right there is 2 mistakes in the inning by Traverse City. The next batter, Jake Bolata, he singled on that little bunt to the first baseman, or in between first and the pitcher, and the play was made by Fischer, but no one covered first. It was Cody Holting's job to do that. So that was the 3rd Traverse City mistake in the inning. After that, a triple by Ty Krittenberger scored 2. Sefcik scored another on a sac fly, and Colton Klein just doubled to the left center field gap. It's a long inning here for Fischer. He's made a lot of pitches. Facing Matthew Mebin here with 2 outs and a runner on second. First pitch swinging, and Mebin fouled it off of himself and rolled into fair territory with a foul ball. 0-1. Mebin 0 for 2 here in the ball game. Hitless in the series, was 0 for 3 yesterday. Grounded to the infield in the first and reached safely as the double play was not turned, and popped up to the second baseman on a broken bat his last time up. Looking for his first hit of the series, takes a ball here. It's 1-1. Arms in the Traverse City bullpen, getting ready to relieve Fischer. 1-1 pitch to Mebin is low. A good block, though, by Orzek to keep it in front. And the runner Klein will have to hold up at second base. Joe Horosco is the pitcher in the Traverse City bullpen, the right-hander from Wittenberg. For the Pittsbitters in this game, the question is, when will he come in? 2-1, a hitter's count to Mebin. The pitch is hit well to right field. Truitt chasing back, and he cannot get there. It's off of the warning track and then to the wall. Mebin's trying for 3, and he's going to get in there safely. It's the 3rd extra base hit of the inning for the Rivets, and another run across. A 5-run inning for the Rivets. That was a 2-1 pitch that caught way too much of the plate and driven to the gap. Another run will score. 5 runs in the inning for Rockford, and that's going to be all she wrote for Carson Fischer. Josh Freeman out of the bullpen. He's going to get his guy, and Joe Horosco will come in and do some pitching here with 2 outs in the 5th inning. And we will come back for Horosco on the mound in just a minute here on Pittsbitters Radio. Welcome back here in the bottom of the fifth inning. A runner on third with 2 outs after a triple by Matthew Mebane, the 4th extra base hit of the inning. It pushed Carson Fischer out of the game, so Joe Horosco, the new pitcher for the Pittsbitters, 5 runs already on the board. A 22-pitch inning for Fischer. 8 batters faced him. So the Rivets have batted all the way around as Johannes Hawkinson, the hitter, stands in. He's seen 2 straight strikes from Horosco. Horosco leaving Fischer with that runner on third. He pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 run against Battle Creek on the opening day. 0-2 pitch to Hawkinson, checked his swing. The appeal, and no, he did not. Evan Kerr says no. So 1-2 the count. Horosco and Hawkinson, teammates on Traverse City last year, facing each other now. 1-2 the pitch. Breaking ball lifted, shallow left. Summerhill coming on. He'll get there. He'll make the catch. Inning over, but 5 in the inning as Rockford bats all the way around. 7-2 is the score as we go to the 6th inning here on Pittsbitter Radio. On to the 6th inning here in Rockford. It's 7-2 as the Rivets score 5 in the 5th on 5 hits. They chased Carson Fischer, who had been pitching a fantastic game up until 1 out in the 5th inning, and then they tagged him for 5 hits and 5 runs before he could record another out. So he's out of the game. Horosco finished the job. As for the Rivets, Ryan Green out of the game after pitching 5 innings and allowing 2 runs. And the new pitcher is Aaron Meshulam. Meshulam is a redshirt freshman from Emory University. A lot of chances for Traverse City here in the game. They scored 2 in the first, but they loaded the bases with 1 of those runs already in. Weren't able to capitalize for more as Alec Atkinson slow roller to second, and it's bobbled by the second baseman Luke Sefcik, and Atkinson will start the inning aboard on first base. So Meshulam, a tall right-hander at 6'5", a freshman from Oak Park, Illinois, appeared in 7 games for Emory University, had a 1-1 record with 2 saves, pitched 11 innings, had a 3.18 ERA. 11 strikeouts as well, so averaging about 1 strikeout per every inning of play. First pitch to the second baseman, Cody Holtink, is a strike. Holtink, after starting 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, singled on a sharp line drive to left center field his last time up. And after committing throwing error in the last inning and that mental error not covering first on a bunt, looking maybe for a hit here to make up for it, and he fouls one through his legs towards the Rockford dugout. So it's 0-2. Atkinson aboard, coming to Holtink. Breaking ball, actually fastball inside, maybe a little high as well, and he takes it for a ball, 1-2. So Traverse City trailed by 4 yesterday. They trail by 5 here today. 1-2 to Holtink. Checked his swing, and the home plate umpire, Bill Yeager, says he went around, so it's strike 3. The tough season opener series continues for Holtink. 5 strikeouts here in his first 2 games in a Pittsburgh uniform. Hasn't quite yet figured out, but that's to come. Holtink said it's been a while since he had faced live pitching before today. Oh, pick over and back in safely is Atkinson. A sharper throw on the bag could have resulted in an out as Atkinson was caught leaning on his right foot. Back in safely, though, Lucas White, the hitter. Big swing and a miss by Lucas White on the fastball. White 0 for 2 today. He was 2 for 3 yesterday with an RBI after starting the season 0 for 8. Multi-hit game yesterday. 0 for 2 today, though. Pitch, a little outside on the fastball. White takes it. 1-1 the count. Atkinson thinking about stealing second. You can tell over there at first base. Getting a decent lead. Down 5. Meshulam deals. Runner goes. Pitch is a ball, and the throw to second. Perfect throw by Hampy, nailing Atkinson. It's a caught stealing. And Atkinson back to the dugout after leading off the inning with a hit. So down 5. The leadoff man gets on, but then gets thrown out. So 2 outs here for Lucas White. And the pitch is taken for a ball. Pitch on the stolen base was a strike. So it's 2-2. With 2 outs here in the 6th. And the pitch by Meshulam is popped up. Foul on the left side. It's going to get out of play. Because of the caught stealing, Meshulam can have a 1-2-3 inning here if he can get White. And White trying to continue the inning. 2-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes White, the second time that he has struck out here tonight. 2 strikeouts for Meshulam in the inning, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. 7-2 lead for Rockford on Pittsburgh Radio. Bottom of the 6th inning here in Rockford. The Rivets coming off of a 5-run inning. Ryan Hampy leading off here in the 6th. He led off in the 5th as well as they batted all the way around, sent 9 to the plate. Had 5 hits, 3 of those extra base hits, and scored 5 runs. Hampy led off the inning with a ground out to first. So Fischer, who had, at that point after retiring Hampy, had sat down 12 in a row. That's where the trouble started. So Hampy, who was not involved in the rally last inning, looking to get something started here in the 6th. 2-0 the count to him now. Roscoe on the mound here. Retired the last batter in the 5th, so he'll start the 6th. The 2-0 pitch to Hampy is a breaking ball. It's high, and it's 3-0 now the count.
Very well good. We're seeing the offense slowly come. He's still waiting for that first knock. This would be a good time to get a good game for pitching.
3-0 pitch is taken low for a ball. It's a 4-pitch walk. Down to first goes Hampy. And the Rivets, who scored 5 last inning, trying to add to the total here with the leadoff base runner. The hitter now, who started that rally, Garrett Sheffield. He singled with 1 out last inning, the first of 5 hits in the inning. It was just his 2nd hit in 10 trips to the plate. Quick pick over and back in with a dive safely is Hampy. Sheffield, a hard hit, line drive, past the diving Hayden Yachik at 3rd and reached safely. Stole 2nd then later in the next at-bat and came around to score on the bunt hit by Jake Bellata. First pitch to Sheffield here is on the corner for a strike. Roscoe had 2 innings against Battle Creek, pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, gave up 1 run. No walks, no strikeouts. 0-1 to Sheffield, runner on first, and he takes it outside for a ball. 1-1 here. Roscoe, reliever here in the first 2 games. Kind of went back and forth between relieving and starting last year, and his best performance came against the Madison Mallards in the semifinals, the Great Lakes Championship. You win a complete game at home in Turtle Creek Stadium. Gave up just 2 runs. Only 1 of those runs were earned, though. Went a full 9 complete game as Traverse City beat the Mallards and would march on to St. Cloud in the Northwoods League Championship and beat the Rocks in St. Cloud 9-3. Trying to repeat Northwoods League title. Rocky start early in the season, though. 1-2 record, and they're trailing big to the Rivets here. A swing and a miss. Roscoe gets the K of Sheffield. His first strikeout of the game, first strikeout on the season, and 1 away with run on base. Well, Traverse City, who won the league in 19, won the league in 21. They are technically back-to-back champions, as 2020 did not play a regular Northwoods League season. They played in their little pods with teams in their area. So Traverse City, the Pittsburghers, played 2 teams at Turtle Creek Stadium that they just made up to play a season. Battle Creek and Kalamazoo played each other a bunch of times. I believe Kokomo played against Rockford. Wisconsin teams play each other, etc. So in full seasons, regular seasons, Traverse City's won 2 in a row. A pop-up on the right side. Trouble over there, but the second baseman, Holtink, will get over and make the catch a little over his head, able to adjust and make the grab. So Holtink, you had a couple fielding lapses last inning with the throwing error and then the miscue not covering the bag. Makes a nice catch on a pop-up over by the line. Not sure if it would have been fair or foul, but Doesn't matter because it was caught, and there's 2 away for Jake Bellotta, the shortstop. Bellotta singled a run home in his last at-bat, a little bunt. The play where Holting didn't cover first, and he reached safely. Would later score then in the inning. Fouls one foul for a first pitch strike by Horosco. Again, the things that Josh Rebant, the Pittsburgh manager, focuses on the most and what he preaches is pitching and defense. And this season, both of those just really letting him down as Traverse City has given up a lot of runs early on this season, and they've committed a lot of fielding errors as Horosco throws his fastball strike to Bellotta. So they gave up 7 runs on opening day. Then they gave up 10 runs in Game 2, 6 yesterday, 7 already tonight. And they've committed a handful of errors. The worst fielding team in the league. Trying to get out of the inning here is Horosco. Chopper to second should do it. Holting fields, throws, and in time, Lucas White makes the play on the catch, and inning over. So no runs across, but it's a 5-run lead for the Rivets. On to the 7th we go here on Pittsburgh's Radio. Sense. On the other hand, Rockford, 5 runs in the 5th inning. So they're on top big by 5. 7-2 as Hayden Yachik, the hitter, is in the box. Yachik 0 for 2 in the game. He struck out and then reached on a fielder's choice back in the 4th, looking for his first hit today. 1-1 count from Mashula on the pitch. Hit hard to second. A sliding backhand grab by the second baseman, Sefcik. Throw to first is in time. A nice play by the Rockford infielder, and there's one quick out. At the very bottom of the order now with Brendan Summerhill, the 9-hole hitter for the Pittsburghs. The youngest player on that one hit hard, but right at Sefcik at second, and in time. Again, a nice play by the Rockford second baseman who has made back-to-back plays on back-to-back pitches. 2 groundouts to Sefcik and 2 outs here in the inning as the lineup card turns over. And here's the top of the lineup. Evan Orzak back for his 4th plate appearance. Orzak hitless today, 0 for 2, but he did walk and score a run back in the 1st inning. First pitch, chopper, and a third chance for the second baseman, Sefcik, and he will make the play. 3 ground balls on 3 consecutive pitches to the second baseman, and he makes all of them. 1, 2, 3 go, the Pittsbitters. Bottom of the 7th here in Rockford, and the Rivets with a 5-run lead. They got that 5-run lead with the 5-run 5th inning, and Pittsbitters have gone 6 innings in a row without a run. They scored a pair back in the first, but nothing going since then. In that span, they've left 4 runners on base. As for the Rivets, leading by 5, they're at the top of their order with Joe Horosco still on the mound. This will be his 3rd inning of work. Worked a pretty easy bottom of the 6th, a leadoff walk, but after that, got the next 3 batters out. Top of the order, Ty Crittenberger, the hitter. He's tripled twice in the game. Both those triples came against Carson Fischer, who, after giving up 2 in the first, really settled down and pitched a great game until that 5th inning where he got into some trouble. So 2 and 3 Crittenberger tonight. Big hack at 2 and 1, and he fouls it back. So Pittsbitters will have the top of their order in the 8th, and then have another shot in the 9th. They're down to their last 6 outs once they get there. Horosco trying to limit the damage here in the 9th. A little fly to right. Truitt will get over, and he will make the catch. So 1 out here to start the 7th. Couple hard hit balls for Crittenberger on his 2 triples. And both of them pretty much the same exact thing. They went the other way. One off the right field wall. Truitt got his glove on and couldn't catch it. And the other one was in the right center field gap off the warning track and then the wall. But that one a little softer fly ball to Truitt. So Luke Sefcik now the hitter. Sefcik a hit and a couple trips. He's 1 for 2. RBI single in the first to score Crittenberg after his leadoff triple. And then a sac fly his last at-bat in the 5th. Rip to second. Holtzink on a hop will make the play, and the throw to first is Justin Dew up 2 down. So one second baseman grounds out to another. Sesic, a slick defensive display last half inning where he made every play on 3 consecutive pitches. The leadoff hitter, Hayden Yachik, saw 2 pitches and then grounded to second. And the next 2 hitters swinging at the first pitch grounded to second. All pretty nice plays by the second baseman. 2 outs here for the DH, Colton Klein. He has 2 hits in the ballgame. He's 2 for 3. Last time up, he doubled and would score on the Matthew Mebin triple, who was on deck. In between those pair of hits was a strikeout looking against Fischer in the 4th. Looking for a 3rd hit here. Good night for him, who came into the game struggling with just 1 hit on the season. But he has bounced back. 3 hits here. And Rockford with 2 outs trying to get something else going. So 1 on, 2 outs for Matthew Mebin. Deep triple in the 5th inning to score Klein from second base. Ripped one to right center field. First pitch swinging, and it's fouled straight back, and it goes off the screen. Every ball in play. 1 hit, though, and 3 trips. Here comes the pitch. It is a high fastball taken, so it's 1-1. 2 outs, 1 on, 1-1 count. Orozco set against Mebin, and he deals, and Mebin well out in front of an off-speed pitch. Got a piece of it back to the screen, and now 1-2. So Orozco, a strike away from ending the 7th, getting his offense back at the plate as they try to mount a 5-run comeback. Just got to get through Mebin, the 1-2. Deals, and Mebin takes. It's outside and low. So the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Traverse City in jeopardy here of losing 3 games in a row. I'd have to look back at last year's results. Not sure if they ever lost 3 in a row last season in their championship affair. 2-2 pitch coming now here to Matt Mebin. Runner takes off with a good jump and no throw. Orzek will just eat it. Klein in with the stolen bag. A great jump by the big man in with no trouble whatsoever. So a full count to Matthew Mebin with 2 away here, and the pitch from Orozco. Mebin fouls it away. He will stay alive. In the 7, 2 outs. Full count pitch, 2 outs. Runner on second. Orozco, the payoff pitch, deals. Mebin swings and misses. So Orozco out of trouble. Does not allow a run in his 2 1/3 innings, but they trail by 5, 7-2. On to the 8th we go here on Pittsburgh Radio. Top of the 8th inning we go. 5-run deficit for the Pittsburghers. They trail 7-2. All 5 runs of their deficit came in the 5th inning. Rockford exploded for 5 runs on 5 hits. And they have 6 outs left in this ball game to avoid losing 3 games in a row. And did check the record book from last year. Traverse City lost 3 games in a row twice. They lost actually 4 in a row late in the season. They got swept back-to-back series by Fond du Lac and Madison from July 8th to the 11th. So that's the last time they lost 3 games or more, and against 2 teams that they owned last season. Nonetheless, they won the season series against Battle Creek 8-4. They exploded offensively in all those wins. And then Rockford, on the other hand, they won 10 of 11 games they played against them. They outscored them 114-40. This year, though, they lost the last game to Battle Creek and in jeopardy of getting swept by Rockford. Truitt up the middle through the legs of the pitcher, fielded by the shortstop, and in time, Bellata makes the play. Truitt just didn't hit that one hard enough to get it to the outfield. Bellata makes the play, and there's 1 out to start the 8th inning. Now, keep in mind, after that 4-game losing streak, back-to-back sweeps, the Pittsburghers won 6 in a row and 7 of 8 after that. 2 of those wins against the Rivets, and then 4 against Battle Creek. A good bunt by Traficante, trying for the bunt hit, and he will get to first safely. A nice play by Hampy to get to the ball. The play might have been in time. It was a little low in the dirt. We'll never know, though. Safe at first is Traficante. A bunt base hit. Doing basically anything they can just to get a runner aboard. Traverse City has only had 1 base runner since the 4th inning, and then that was Alec Atkinson. He was caught stealing. Chopper to second could be 2. Sefcik toss to second for 1, and it's a double play. Rockford out of the inning. So that 1-out hit goes for naught. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Pittsburghers trailing by 5 here on Pittsburghers Radio. Back in the bottom of the 8th inning here. The Pittsburghers trail by 5. A couple changes for them in the inning. Hayden Yachik, who was at third, has moved to the mound. He's a two-way player in college, so he's pitching. So Yachik on the hill for the first time this season. He pitched in 9 games for Saginaw Valley State. Went 4-4 in 50 innings pitched, a 5.68 ERA. So he moved from third to the mound. Cody Holt. Batter is Johannes Hawkinson. Lays off of one low here.
It's a rare opportunity for him to try to, earn his craft against some of the best competition he's going to see. So you understand why it's happening for Traverse City, trying to save those arms when you go home to play Battle Creek tomorrow, but it's a big opportunity for him.
So Hawkinson ready here. Yachik rocks into the windup. He fires and a swing and a miss. So Hayden Yachik, the third baseman, moving to the mound, takes over with a strikeout of Hawkinson, and there's one away here to start the inning. So Joe Horosco did a good job of relieving Carson Fischer. Only allowed 1 hit and no runs in 2 1/3 innings. Only 1 walk, struck out 2. The catcher, Ryan Hampy, now up. He's 0 for 2. He did walk in his last at-bat. Led off back-to-back innings in the 5th and then the 6th. Led off the 5th, that 5-run inning, and then he led off the 6th as well as they batted around. Facing Yachik here, third Traverse City pitcher, takes one for a ball, 1-0. So Traverse City will need 5 runs in the 9th, or we'll lose 3 in a row and suffer a sweep at the hands of the Rivets before they return home, or not return, but to play their home opener tomorrow at Turtle Creek Stadium against Battle Creek. 0-2, swung on and missed. So the pitch to Hampy here in the dirt, blocked, saved. Rockford catcher looking for his first base hit. Full count here. The pitch is hit to left center field. Atkinson over, and it will drop in front of him, and it bounces past Atkinson to the wall. Atkinson misplays the ball, and all the way to third will go Hampy. Atkinson, who had been very good in center field, had been playing fantastic defense, lets that one get past him all the way to the wall, and Hampy went from a single to a triple there in the blink of an eye. So already trailing by 5, the Pittsburghers in danger of allowing another run. So 7-2, Rockford threatening for more. Here is Garrett Sheffield. He takes a first pitch, fastball high from Yachik. Sheffield had a single in the 5th, sandwiched between that a pair of strikeouts. So he's 1 for 3 in the game. Infield coming in to get the runner at the plate on a ground ball to the infield. Yachik throws one high. It's 2-0 to the Rockford left fielder. 2-0 pitch coming to Sheffield. Yachik deals, and Sheffield takes high. Nope, strike. And it's 3-1. Still a hitter's count for Garrett Sheffield. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Sheffield. Yachik deals, and Sheffield fouls it straight back out of play over the screen.
Yes, a guy like Yachik, who's not necessarily one of the top pitchers on this roster for the Pitts Spitters. Easy RBI. Sitting there at third base.
So a full count now for Garrett Sheffield with a runner on third and 1 away. So see if Yachik gets one in the zone here.
7-2, the Rivets lead over the Pitts Spitters.
Sheffield looking for a multi-hit night here, or at least just trying to reach base on a walk. Yachik from the windup. He deals, swing and a miss. Sheffield comes up empty on that full count pitch. What a at-bat put together there by Sheffield, but it comes up empty. Yachik wins the battle. 2 strikeouts in the inning between that triple by Hampy, and out away from sending this game to the 9th. Trent Lawrence, the batter, who's 0 for 3, was 0 for 3 yesterday as well, hitless in the series. First pitch in this at-bat is a breaking ball in for strike number 1. Lawrence did score in the 5th on an error, that was committed by Holtink, a throwing error. Struck out and popped out. Spikes one in the dirt. Good block by the catcher Orzek to keep it in front. So 1 ball and a strike. Orzek on 2 and 1 will have a quick chat with Yachik before this next pitch comes in. So Traverse City right now at 1 and 2. If they lose, they will fall to 1 and 3 at the bottom of the Northwoods League Great Lakes East standings with the Kalamazoo Growlers.
We have a second mound visit here. The Northwoods League is proud to partner with Authentic Stadium Mustard this season for over 50 years.
Woodchucks, a team that Traverse City will play later this season in the Great Lakes West, part of their cross-divisional games they play. They are winless this season, 0-3, but they're about to win their first game if they hold on to the 5-run lead in the 9th. So if Traverse City loses and Wausau wins, then Traverse City will be tied for the worst record through 4 games in the entire Great Lakes division. And a fastball, strike 3 on the corner. So Hayden Yachik gives up a triple but strikes out the side. And we're going to the 9th inning. Traverse City's down 5. They need a huge rally or they'll drop 3 games in a row and have the worst record in the Great Lakes division. To the 9th we go on Pitts Spitters Radio. Welcome back to Pittsburgh's Radio. We're in the 9th inning here in a crooked score. Some of the third, Rockford scored 4 runs. That was the difference as Rockford won 6-2. Today it was the 5-run 5th, and right now that's the difference. So just one big inning for the Rivets both nights have been the difference in this game. First pitch swing in Atkinson, snagged by the third baseman Mebin. His throw low, but it is picked by the first baseman Lawrence. 1 pitch, 1 out. So 2 outs to go in the ball game. Aaron Meshulam is still in the game for Rockford. They're trying to go through with just 2 pitchers. And Meshulam, first pitch swinging, and he grounded it to first. Lawrence knocks it down and steps on it. So 2 pitches, 2 outs in the 9th. Meshulam needed only 5 pitches to get out of the 7th. 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the 9th, and down to the final out. Here's Lucas White, the first baseman. They would need some kind of rally here with 2 outs. First pitch, White does not want it to be a 3-pitch inning, so he takes all the way. Pittsburghers had 3 hits in the first, 3 hits the rest of the way through the next 7 2/3 innings, 2 in the 4th, and then 1 in the 8th. They've had 5 hitless innings. As that one's inside, White takes its 2-1. 2-1 the count with 2 outs, no one on base here in the 9th. White looking for his first hit to continue the ball game. On 2-1, White, a little flare to left. That should do it. Sheffield will make the catch. The Rivets win.